EVGENY PRUDNIK versus YORDAN TSONEV. Devon Larratt called this left arm match the match of the night by a margin. It was that good. There were a lot of things going on in this match. I'll try to remember all of them. So obviously all of the rounds were absolute hook wars except for one which we are obviously going to talk about. Evgeny Prudnik was getting away with a lot of, I would say, cheating in the setup because Yordan was confident that even if he grips him low, he is going to force the hook. Devon kept on talking about that. Neil Pickup kept on talking about how advantageous of a setup Evgeny Prudnik was getting. He was all over the top of Yordan's hand. He was going for the top roll, but then at the same time he was getting forced in the hook. So I'm not sure how much that was helping, but of course it was helping that it was allowing him to get into an offensive position early on. When he got a fair grip, the round stopped in the center. He didn't get offensive in that round. So yeah, I think it was helping him. So first round, it was a hook war, and I think it was won by Yordan TSONEV when Prudnik did a couple of fouls. Man, my memory is not serving me correct, but Prudnik did win one round. That's what I'm trying to say. Then Prudnik fouled a couple of times in a round, so Yordan TSONEV won a round. The score was 1-1, and after that we can kind of see that Evgeny Prudnik was trying desperately. He was going for a tricep press, not working, switching back to a hook, moving his body all around. The matches were close, like almost all of them were close in the center, but it wasn't enough for Prudnik. Prudnik started slowly gassing out, and by the way, Prudnik won the second round with a quick top roll. Now I remember, which is why the setup was problematic, because he was so high, he was able to somehow top roll Yordan TSONEV, which wouldn't have happened in a fair setup. So that's the only round which Prudnik won. Other than that, he was stopped that much high above the pin pad, and it was not close after that. I mean, it was kind of close, but he was never going to get the win. He tried his tricep press. He was all over the body. He tried crossing his shoulder from the center table, got a foul for that, got fouled out for that, still couldn't finish Yordan. So the finishing power was lacking. Prudnik was in control for the most time in the first couple of rounds, but he simply cannot finish the match. And that's what we saw with Yordan in the WAF championship too. Both left and right, people cannot finish the match against him. His stopping power an inch above the pad is insane. And to be able to beat Evgeny Prudnik 3-1 in your debut match at East versus West, that straight away puts you top 5 in the world in that weight category, which includes Ivan Matushenko, Devon Larratt, Alijan Muratov, and if you're maybe even Dadikian, yeah, Dadikian, of course, he can cut down to 115, and then maybe Yordan is there. So like he's like top 5 in the world, number 5 in the world. That's when Devon and Dadikian are competing at that weight. They haven't yet. So Yordan is a badass. That was an really amazing victory, and he called out Reno Masic, he called out Ibrahim Sagov on the right arm. So before that, we saw Paulin versus Bogdan Stoica, and Bogdan Stoica destroyed Paulin 3-0. Smart arm wrestling. That was awesome. Pure masterclass from him. Press hook. Just gassed Paulin's arm out and easily defeated him in the end with a 3-0 score. That's it for this video. We'll meet again in a while.